Hello everyone, Sascha here again, Fudo Evangelist, and I'm really excited today because I'm sitting here in our studio with our fantastic colleague, talented Magda, who is a support manager here at Fudo Security. Hi Magda.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me.
Nice to be here.
Great. So Magda is obviously a technical genius, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk a little bit about her role here at Fudo Security, also how she ended up working here, and then some inspirations and her daily tasks and challenges. Okay? Wonderful. So let's start with, what do you do? What does your typical day look like at Fudo Security?
I work for the support team. I'm managing the support team, and there is always something going on, and lots of requests from the customers, from our partners, lots of troubleshooting. We are dealing with the development team. I mean, when some kind of bug is discovered, we need to report it to the development team and coordinate it with them so they could fix it. So
a lot of things every day, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And I mean, your role is very much cross-platform interdisciplinary, right? Because you're dealing with not just support team, but as you mentioned, you have to also deal with developers, right?
Yeah.
And you have many issues hitting you from the morning, probably. You have a what's the morning look like? Is you have a chill coffee, or you just have an inbox full of lots of things?
Yeah, it depends on the day, but there are days that I have to start from the computer and check what's going on, and if there is something urgent going on, some urgent issues reported by somebody, that's the priority. So coffee has to wait.
Okay, but not too long, hopefully, right? Good. So also with what you do, you're very much in a management role, right? You have to manage. I mean, there's a lot of tasks that you probably have to do. What does that look like when you deal with other people in the company? Because you're also, do you deal with people abroad as well?
Yes. We've got customers and partners almost all over the world. Lots of them are, most of them which are reporting issues or have questions are from Germany region or from the east, Russia, Ukraine. Today morning was with a Polish customer. This evening we've got a meeting with a US customer.
Wow.
So it's a variety of countries, of people, and then their needs.
So you're dealing in Russian and English and German and all kinds of languages, right?
Luckily, most of them are English speakers.
Okay. But obviously English is very good. So being, talented in this is definitely an expertise that you have, and that helps you in your job, right?
Yes, that's true.
Good. Nice. So looking at your daily tasks, it's varied, it's different every day. You're managing a lot of people and tasks. It's always probably different every day, right? There's some kind of new challenge.
Yes, some things get repeated. Some issues, when there is a bug, it's obvious that more than one person will report it. But people do strange things. Sometimes they mess the configuration. They unplug cables, and sometimes you just have to almost guess what somebody might have done to cause such a situation.
Great. So right now you are a very critical person here at Fudo Security, as I've just heard, globally involved from the morning to the evening and beyond, with coffee though. So looking at how you came to this journey, looking now back into the past, the recent past, of course, how did you get involved in IT? Where did you begin? How did you get to this company?
I guess it would be good to start from the very beginning. When I was a kid, I received a PC, if you can say it. It was an old ZX Spectrum. which my parents bought me. And besides of playing games, I discovered that there is a book to this computer that lets you do some kind of basic programming. The language was called BASIC. So I was playing with drawing some circles, but if you wanted to do a circle, you have to write a page of code. I was playing some.
You had to be patient, right?
Yeah, that's true. And when you had some code on the screen, you could change some things and test how it behaves. So that was kind of fun. Of course, playing games was also fun, but it needed some patience as well, because you had to have a tape recorder and play a tape for half an hour to have a game that you could play. My dad is related with the IT sector, so he was bringing PC sometimes for weekends or holidays. So I was encouraged by him to discover it, to play with it, not only with games, but also with some other stuff, applications and programs and everything what you could do with the PC. So
you're lucky because you very much had your dad as also a role model for you, right? Being there and also bringing this equipment right to your doorstep, right into your room, essentially, right? Nice.
And then things changed a bit because I got my own PC at home. The internet became more and more popular, so I was able to surf the internet to find some things for fun, but also things to learn, and that made me more curious and more focused on this area.
So IT and things like that. So let me guess. You probably then went straight to some kind of technical school or university and said, I want to study IT?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Not really. I actually picked the class, the high school with maths and physics and IT. But after that, I wasn't too sure if IT is something that I can, if that is something that I will be good at. And even if I was interested in it, I was afraid that I will fail on exams or I fail while studying. So I wanted to secure myself, and the secure option was economics. So
you wanted like a safe bet, essentially.
Yes. So I applied for IT in one place, but I also applied for two other places for economics. I wanted to study outside of my home city, so I thought, and IT was in my home city.
Okay.
So I was happy that I'm on the list, but then it turned out that this is just the part-time studies.
When you wanted something full-time.
Yes. Yes. So I took a chance and said, okay, I have full-time studies in IT in a city that I didn't want to be in, but let's see how it goes and if I'm gonna be fine with that.
Okay.
And it worked for me because it was tough sometimes. Lots of things that I had to spend a lot of time on, but it turned out good.
Okay.
And I'm happy that
you're still here, doing it now, right? So
yes,
it must have worked out, yeah? So you initially had doubts, although you had this role model at home, but you felt that somehow you wanted to pick something more safe, right? Economics, right? So when you were then eventually studying IT, computer science, I think, at university, I think you also spent some time in Italy doing this a little bit, right?
Yes, that was a scholarship.
Okay, that's great. So did you, when you're looking at your classmates, and generally IT is dominated very much by men, right? It still is. Did you find in any way that this was a challenge for you? Was this something that motivated you? Was it something that frustrated you? How did you find yourself in this kind of male-dominated environment?
At first, it was how would I call it, intimidating, because there is a stereotype that IT guy, IT guy, right? You don't say IT lady, it's IT guy, and people tend to think that this is a job for men, maybe not only, but mostly for men.
There was that one, I think, story you had mentioned to me some time ago, where you think that the stereotypes are gone, which they're not, right? And I think you'd received some kind of interesting call from a customer.
Yeah, actually, guys are still a bit surprised when they hear a lady's voice in a headset. They're asking, okay, let me talk to the IT person. Okay, I'm listening, and then, all right, should I talk? Yes, please go ahead. I can help
so
you.
They're surprised that it's actually you.
Yeah. So eventually, we were talking, and he was fine with talking with me, but on the other hand, the surprise in his voice, and then these additional questions were funny in some way. But this only confirms that people tend to think that it should be a guy.
So someone watching, or maybe if you now look at the next generation, and you have a daughter yourself, right? What would you maybe suggest to young people, young women who might be interested in this kind of, like you were, maybe technically savvy a little bit, but not quite sure they want something safe? What recommendation would you give to your younger self, maybe now, looking back?
Don't look at what other people think. Just go for it if you feel that this is something that you may want to do or you want to do, because it will, I mean, you don't know the future, and you don't know how it turns out, and it may turn out great.
Yeah, good. So take the risk, right? Take that risk. And it's so important too, right? We have that shortage, right? The IT security staff, the IT staff that we need in the next few years, we've got like a global shortage. I think something around 4 million people. So we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, I like the initiatives that are going on, and they are including ladies, girls, and some kind of trainings where girls only, and girls are trying to learn different things, programming, different languages from the beginning, like person who never had to deal with any kind of IT things other than browsing the internet. Are people, I mean, the girls are being learned.
They're being taught this, right? Do you think that it's ever, like, if someone has missed this chance to study, maybe they studied something else, economics maybe, do you think it's ever too late for someone to switch into some kind of technical IT field?
No, not at all. IT world is all the time changing. New things are coming out, and new things, new threats, new languages. Whatever you want to do, you can start it at any time, because the age doesn't matter. If you feel like learning, go for it.
No boundaries, right?
Yeah.
Good, nice. So now going back to sitting here at Fudo Security, why in particular did you choose, and what motivated you to come into an IT security company like Fudo Security?
I was in IT for quite some time in other companies, but looking at what is going on all around, I mean, lots of threats. People are not aware of many things about. They are not aware of even simple things like changing password. People know that it has to be done, but they actually don't do it.
Sort of basic knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be a part of the area that is important. I wanted to make a difference, just be a part of it, and focus my further career and just learn new things in this
Constantly
area.
develop yourself, right? So motivated by that self-development, right? Which is so critical. Nice. And of course, to defend everyone against the bad guys, right?
Of course.
Nice. Good. Well, thanks, Magda, for joining me today and having this great discussion. Really fascinating to hear your story, and I think a story that needs to be told. And for those watching, hopefully you've been inspired. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you around. Take care.